I just remove that. For your understanding purpose, I'm just creating that property and display that data. Okay. Now I have to create a header. Okay. In navigation bar, I have to require to make it header. Any application has a header. So I will create one more header component. Okay. Here we create a header, and that header component will be rendered on our home component. That is our dashboard, main dashboard. So I've just created that header. Now this header component I never add in our routing. I don't add that header component in our routing because that header will be displayed in every component. Okay, that is a common thing. So I don't want to add this in routing file. So I just here type the code, header component code. I just copy that code. I have that code. I'm just using that code as well. Sorry, in header. Okay, header. Simply created the code. The simple code is there. We use again div, create a row. You can mention the style of inline style. So you can also mention and use a column, use a nav bar. We use navigation purpose. We use a nav tag. On that nav tag, we use a bootstrap classes, nav bar expand, all these things. And here mention your router link, that is /home. Okay, that employee workforce we will display. And on the right side, I have to display the username. Okay, so for that we use a bootstrap class ML auto. It is a margin left auto. It will display your all data on the right side automatically. For that we use that class ML auto, and then whatever the data you have to display, I welcome, whatever the username is there, will be displayed on your right side of that header bar. Left side, it is display your employment workforce. Okay, also in that, when we click on that employee workforce, it will goes to your home. Okay, and after that we can here use I welcome username. I have to create that logout. I just create that logout method in our header component. Okay, in that component file, I just created logout, open close bracket, curly bracket. Okay, I just want to create a username as well property. I create that username in our header. You can mention that a string and also make it that null. And initially I can set a blank value. Okay, on ng on it we can set the data. Use dot username is equal to in the session storage dot get item. We can mention that key name, that is a username. Whatever data is there, it we can get the data and display the data. Okay, then header component I just created in the wrong way. Control X we use here in ng on it. Okay, now in on logout component, in logout method I also mentioned that clear the session. When we log out that session, I have to clear that data as well. So for that we use a session storage dot remove item method. That remove item method is whatever the data you stored in that key, you can just remove, mention your key name, but the data will be removed. Then one more method you have to use on the session storage is session storage dot clear. Okay, that is a better approach for that clear all these things. If anybody is present accidentally, it is hacking by adding some key name, other things in the session storage, it should be clear. So session storage dot clear, you have to method use clear all your key present in your session. Okay, now check out these things. Okay, I have to map that header in our home component. So I will just map that header in our home component as well. So I just copy that code for the mapping purpose in the home component. Okay, in component HTML, I just copy that. Okay, and I just close that div. Okay, now let's see here. header component is displayed on your home component. Okay, if you log out that, it will log out. But when we log out, we have to redirect to your login screen. Okay, again in the logout method, you have to navigate to your login component. So for that, we have to add a dependency here, private router colon router. Okay. For the clearing, we have to use this dot router dot navigate method. On that navigate, we use a path that is our login. So when we log out, it is redirect to your login component. Now see here, I just refresh that things. When we click on logout, it is redirect to your login component. Okay, and whatever the data is in your session, it is removed. Okay, if you want to check data is in present in session or not, for that we can check here. We can just inspect in your I think application tab. In that application tab here, mention that session storage. Okay, there one more is local storage, but we use a session storage. See here, data is stored or not. Just I log in that. When I log in that, the data is a store in the session storage. Okay, the username is a key and value is a Sumit. When also you can check where it is local storage, the data is present or not. So there is no any local storage data present. Okay, so in the session storage, that data is a present. If I mention that logout, I click on that logout. When we click on the logout, see here, the data is not be present in the session storage because that data is removed and clear. All the data is clear from that session storage as well. Okay, so it is advantage for us for that authentication purpose also. We have to store the data. Whatever the authentication token we get from the backend, we can authenticate with that token that, to other dashboard components we have to display or not. For that, we use a session storage as